Hello, I'm EG, and this is Crocheting with EG. And in my last video, I showed my big yarn wall that is behind me, where I finally got to open up all my boxes and bags and stuff, and get my yarn all organized and put on the shelves and stuff so I can finally see it all. And then yesterday, I decided, this was the day before yesterday, and then I filmed a video, and then I got it online and stuff, and then I thought, well, yesterday I'd go to Hobby Lobby to see if they had any clearance yarn. And because I know this generally around the time of the year when they have the big clearance sale, because last year I had gotten it. It was around June for me, but a lot of people started to get their clearance yarn in, or their yarn clearanced in May. And so I've been checking every once in a while. And I didn't expect to find any yarn, but they had 30 skeins, no, they had 32 skeins. I just didn't get 2 of them because it was a scrubby yarn. I just can't see myself using that yarn. And so I didn't want to waste the money, and you know, somebody might use it that likes to use that scrubby yarn. But they had 30 skeins, and I'm not usually a shelf clearer, but you know, I thought I have the space now, and it is all really nice yarn, and so you know, I couldn't pass up the deal. It was $41.41. I thought I had beaten my record for the amount of clearance yarn I'd gotten at Hobby Lobby, because I did get some of the clearance yarn last year, and but that was 33 skeins, so this is 30 skeins. So but this isn't even like the big clearance sale, I don't think. I thought it was like in May and June, and I know that we're in the beginning of May. That's when I'm filming this video, but I just don't think this is the big clearance yarn, because it just seems like kind of random skeins. You go in there and they still have a lot of this on the shelves, like for sale at the regular price. It seems like they're just going through and going, well, we'll put this one on clearance and this one on clearance and mark this one down. It's just sort of random. But not that I'm complaining about it, because I'm really glad that I got all this yarn, but it just seems kind of random. But anyway, so let me start with like the basic. They had a lot of like the number 4 weight acrylics, so like really nice yarns. They did have 2 skeins of like I said, I love the glitter yarns. It's like, you know, right above me right here, or over here. And they had 2 skeins with the metallic strand in it, which I know a lot of people don't like because of the feeling of it, but I actually really like the metallic yarns. So this is the I love this yarn, Common Damn It brand, and this is Pinky Toes, and so they have this skein, and then they had this one. Like all these were like, you know, $1.24. Some of them a little bit more, depending on the original price. But and then this one is, I love this yarn, and it's called Coral Sparkle. Like a really pretty skeins. And this one has like more of a subtle glitteriness to it, and this has the silver strand in. But you know, perfectly good skeins, and I will use those because I love the glittery yarns. And then they had more of those soft secret skeins. They did have another one of the red. I got one of these a couple weeks ago, and so now I have 2 of these. And then they had the yellow, which is called Butter, and they had Ivory, and then they had Hot Orange. And you see, there's like nothing wrong with these skeins. It's not like, you know, it's all messed up or anything. I just don't understand why they're putting them on clearance and stuff. Not that I'm complaining, but you know what I'm saying. I just wish I could figure out like why they're putting them on clearance, so I can, you know, figure out what their next move is, so that I can get more of it. Not that I need more, because I don't even know where the hell I'm gonna. Crap. I cuss a lot in my everyday life. I try to curb that in my videos, but yeah, because the last time I was on YouTube, I cussed like every other word. You know, that just dropping F-bombs every other word, and no wonder it didn't get many views and impressions. But I don't mean to cuss. I love it, but I don't mean to. But I don't really know. Luckily my yarn. Hang on. I got jumbled up because I stopped myself from cussing. Luckily, I didn't jam-pack my shelves full of yarn, so it's deceivingly full. There's like room to like put more skeins in it. I am going to expand a little bit. I'm going to go back to Dollar Tree and get one of those, another one of those cube shelves, so that I can add 2 more levels to the top of it, and then one more of these plastic ones at Dollar Tree, because there's room for it on top. And then the things, it's like above my head now. Those things that have my big skeins of a favorite stripe and polo stripe. I have another one that I didn't put up there because there wasn't room. But there's room over here on this top shelf where I have my mom's old yarn. So I'm gonna maneuver that to the side and then put that there. but I have places for the yarn, and like this, the soft secret. There's plenty of room on that in that cube for the rest of these, and so to go with all the rest of them. But here, let me get back to it. So this is another I Love This Yarn, Damn It brand, and just watch one of my first videos and you'll get the joke. This is Limelight, a really nice sort of lime color, and lime green. And then they did have this one, and I've bought this before, and it's still available too. It's a really pretty color. It's called Shocking Violet. I think I was going to use this in my throw blanket that I made with my EG stitch, but I don't think I did. I think I might have used it for the outside of it or something. The skein that I had gotten was thin for some reason, and like this seems really significant. You know, it's not like thin like the other skein I had gotten, so I decided not to use that. I think because I think I used another one for the outside of it, or the border. And so, but I bought this before, and it's a really pretty color, mix of colors. And then this is just a regular color. I think this is terracotta. Yeah, terracotta. Just a really pretty basic color. I need to look more at basic colors because I do love variegated yarns because they're, you know, so pretty and everything, and I like to get those over like the solid colors. But I do need to branch out and look into, not that I haven't used solid colors, of course I've used solid colors, but I need to look into more solid colors, and because you could pair them with, not these two, but I was saying you could pair them with a variegated yarn and make it stretch more. And there's, of course, there's more in a skein of the solid colors. And like this color right here, this one is called Mango. Like, this is a really pretty color, and I just kind of, I mean, I look at the yarns and stuff, but I kind of glance over these solids because I always look at the variegated yarns. But like, this is a really pretty color. It's Mango. But, you know, I need to branch out and look at the solids. And this one too. This one's called Periwinkle. Like, it's sort of a purplish color. It's really pretty too. And I have a lot of purple yarn. I could mix it with another. Will probably match this one. I have a lot of purple variegated yarns that would go with it. Or I could try to use it just by itself with something. It's a really pretty color. And so I don't know. I tried to look when I got all these skeins yesterday, and see if, like, how many of them are still on the shelves, and like a big majority of them are still on the shelves being sold for the regular price. So I don't know why they're being discounted, because a lot of them are really pretty. And it's gonna be my luck. I'm gonna have all these skeins, and then I'm gonna find the perfect project for every one of them. But then I'm gonna need like 3 or 4 skeins for each one, and then I'm only gonna have one of each, and then they're gonna just get rid of it. And this one's called Beret Day. It's like a variegated yarn, like a more unique. I don't have a lot of yarns kind of like this, and because I like more of the pretty variegated ones. Like, this is sort of like one of those twisty looking yarns, and so I got this, and I don't know what else. See, like, is that why it's in the clearance? That's like nothing. I don't know, or maybe they just it wasn't selling very well. But I think it's a really pretty color. It's just not one I would normally buy, but you know, I'm gonna use it for something. And then this one is, I'm not going to go through the specs because, you know, the video is going to be way longer than it needs to be. This one's called Suede Shoes. It has like grays and tans and stuff. A really nice color. Wait. One of the problems with Hobby Lobby, especially when, of course it's not even near fall, but they have that stuff around fall that smells like pumpkin spice, and sometimes it gets into the yarn. Luckily, like, there were some skeins I'd gotten from my moss stitch throw blanket, and for weeks it still smelled like that cinnamon, and it was just like ridiculous. I was like an idiot looking, or like sniffing my yarn, because I was like, where's that smell coming from? I was like, you know, smelling it, and I was like, you know, showing it to my mom, and I was like, you know, smell this. It's like, it still smells like cinnamon. It smells like cinnamon. It was ridiculous. But, and then this is another I love this yarn called Black Marble. Really cool. It's like black and white twisted, but not like a really obvious twist. It sort of looks kind of speckled, and that's a really nice skein. And then I got 2 that are white. One of them is, I think one of them is just, no, this is called Antique White. So there's this Antique White, and then this one, I guess this was in the clearance because of the label coming off, but I don't know, that's kind of dumb. But, oh, well, I was going to say, the specs, but is it not a real label? It just says white, so I don't know if this is like just regular white or if it's antique white. No, it looks different. So this must just be like basic white, and I guess ended up there because nobody wanted to buy it because of the label being gone. That's kind of dumb. And then this one is called Light Peach, really pretty color too, like a nice solid. And so those are like the solids and the variegated yarns, like all the medium 4 weight. There might be a couple medium 4 in here, but those are like the medium 4s that I got. And or I mean, I don't know if the Soft Secret is. I think these might be 3s. No, it's a medium 4. But those are those, and this is the bag that has sort of more unique yarns in it. This one is just from Yarn Bee, Soft and Sleek Chunky. It's one of those low pill fiber skeins, really soft, and it's like a gray color. And I don't know where the name is. Oh, dark gray. Oh, no, so it looks like dark gravy. No, God, I need glasses sometimes. Dark gray, and so a dark gray, obviously. And then this one, it just says Yarn Bee, and the label just seems a little weird. It says Yarn ID Indigo, and so is it just like a Yarn Bee basic acrylic? I don't know, but this is the color Indigo. Oh yeah, I just said it. But just a nice color. Sort of reminds you of jeans, and but there's that one, and then there's a couple skeins of this Bambootiful. I've never used bamboo yarn, and where's the other one? So this one's called Basil, and then this one's called Cerulean Sea. And it's a really thin yarn, but it's really soft. It has cotton in it, but you wouldn't think that it did because it's so soft. I have to look up about bamboo yarn. I've heard of it, but I've never really worked with it, and I don't know a lot about it, like whether it pills or what it's best used for. I think it's like an airier fiber, and a lot of people use it for like wearables that won't, like for the summer or what. I think that's what people use it for, but I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. But I think that's what it's used for. But I don't make a lot of wearables, but you know, now that I have this yarn, I'll have to figure out something to make with this. It's not going to make anything like a shirt or anything, but I can make something with these two skeins. And then these Simply Flawless, this is from Yarn Bee. These skeins are really soft, and I've noticed that they have a couple variegated yarns in this brand. This one is called Sage, or Desert Sage, and then this one is called, let's see, Gunmetal. And yeah, pretty accurate. They're really soft yarns. And are these 4 weights or 3 weights? It's a little thin, but yeah, it's a light 3. It feels like that. But they're really soft yarns, and I don't know if they're 100% acrylic or what. I need to, do that. Oh yeah, 100% low pill acrylic, and so they're really nice. These skeins are the reason why I haven't gotten a lot of these, even the pretty variegated ones, is because the regular price is $6.99 for these. So the discounted price was $1.74 for these two. But they're really nice, and these colors would go well together for something. And then they had, I've gotten this before. I want to try to make this work. I made a cowl out of this this yarn, and it's so hairy. It's not very good. But it's called Uber Luxe by Yarn Bee, and it's just the basic black color. And I've gotten this before. It was $1.99 because our regular price is $7.99. Ridiculous, but like I would never. I got it on the 30% off week. I'm sure, but so this was only $2 for this, and I'm determined to make this work with something where it won't do that. And because the cowl is okay, it's just kind of hairy and furry. It just looks like something that was made 20 years ago, and we dug it out of a bag or a box or out of storage, and it's all hairy looking, or I don't know, maybe it's just the texture of the yarn or something. But I'm gonna try to make that work. And then this is Yarn Bee Dream Spun. It's the color Tuscany. Is that sort of thicker twisted yarn? I think it's probably a 4 weight. No, 5 bulky. I meant 5 bulky. And so this is acrylic and 80% acrylic and 20% superwash wool. And it doesn't feel like wool. I hate the feel of wool, especially because I have dry skin and my hands are dry all the time. This doesn't feel like wool. It feels like pretty. It feels like soft acrylic. And then there's this skein, and it's called Baby Bee Sweet Delight Boo Pink, and it's really thin yarn. It's where is it? A light 3, and but I'll use it with something. I'll probably mix this with something, because or maybe I'll force myself to try to crochet with thin yarn, and I'll make something. It'll make it really obviously it would make something really nice and soft for a baby or whatever, and make it really soft. Oh God, I just felt a knot in there. Even in this thin yarn, I felt a knot. I hate those, but it's a pretty soft yarn, and it's just thinner than I like, but I will try to use it, and because I need to work with all kinds of yarns, not just I shouldn't use just the ones I'm comfortable with. And then this one especially, this is called Yarn Bee Yarntopia. This is only 99 cents, and this is like really thin yarn. I think this is a fingering weight. Yeah, number 2 fingering weight. This is really thin. Like, I almost want to pair these together. But if I do that, then yeah, I'll use the yarn. But then I'm like, the whole reason you buy thin yarn is to make something that will be using thin yarn. So I need to force myself to, like, it's really soft. I need to force myself to use thin yarn just to try it out, and I'll make something with it. So this is just the color white. And so about that, and then I did get a skein of the I Love This Cotton, and I think this is the skein that they had the other day in that cart that if you watched one of my other videos, they had a skein of cotton and they didn't put it out. I just assumed that somebody had bought it, but I think this is a skein, so they must have just had it in the back. They hadn't put it out yet. And so this is I Love This Cotton, calm it down, and and this is called Harvest. And it's actually soft. I've felt some cotton that's just awful and just hard and just not something that I'm looking forward to using. But this is soft, and I will try to get over my aversion to cotton yarn and use this for something. There's only one skein, but and then the other, I did get Baby Bee. This is another one that was in that cart from the other day that I thought that somebody had bought, but they didn't. This is Baby Bee Adora Ball, and this is the color Angel. It's kind of like a white color, like a chenille yarn, and I'll use that for scrunchies probably, or give it to my niece. I don't know. And then the other 2 are those Yarn Bee Pearl Spun. I have a blue that's up here on that oddball shelf, and so this one's called, it's low peel fiber. This is called Redwood, and then this one is called Malayan Garnet. Really pretty colors, and I love the feel of this yarn, this pearl spun, and I just feel like that, it's acrylic, but it would it's like it makes me feel like if I made something, you can really see all the stitches. It would probably have really good stitch definition. But and so those are all the yarns that I bought, and next I'll try to film little clips of me organizing this on my shelf or whatever, and I'll put that in at the end. But anyway, that's the basic haul and everything. So I hope you enjoyed that part. And if I do show myself finding places for it on my wall, I'll edit it in the end. But if not, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.